The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has claimed he fought to win the ticket. According to him, there was a gang up against his person before the party's presidential primary. Tinubu stated this on Sunday after he returned to Lagos State for the first time after beating off ex-Transport Minister Rotimi Amechi, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, among others, to become the ruling party's candidate for the next year's election. At the Palace of Oba of Lagos, Aleya Luwa Rewan Akinolu, Tinubu said, "No Lagos indigene has had the opportunity to become the president of Nigeria despite the contribution of the state to the national stability and progress. The highest position attained by any Lagosian in national leadership is the position of Chief Judge of the Federation. I took up the fight to break this jinx. The battle to secure the APC ticket was hard. When I was almost fed up, I resorted to prayers. I also poured out my mind when I felt there was a gang up against my person. Thank God I've brought home the presidential ticket." Tinubu has named Kabiru Ibrahim Masari as his running mate. Masari's name was submitted on Friday to meet the deadline by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Bola Tinubu is stating right now that there was a gang up against him before the APC presidential primary. What we remember and what we record was that before the primaries held, President Muhammadu Buhari held several meetings with the governors, with the APC governors, the Progressive Governors Forum. He met with them and he told them that they should give him the opportunity to choose his successor. That these governors, they've had that opportunity of choosing their successors, and they've also been granted the opportunity to run for second term. Those that were incumbents to run for second term, that he doesn't see a reason why he shouldn't be given the opportunity. Anyways, that was the first request he put to them, and secondly, he told them that in order for the primaries to reduce the burden, to reduce the tension, the pressure, and all of that, that they should settle for a consensus candidate. He left them to themselves. He just dropped that with them and told them to go and settle and agree amongst themselves, present someone as a consensus. We know how it all transpired. No one was ready to step down for anyone. They all said, let us all go and test our popularity. Anyone that wins, and the person will win. Maybe this gang up Tinubu is talking about, just before the primaries, a report came that shook the media that Senate President Ahmed Lawan has been made the consensus candidate for the party, has emerged the party's consensus candidate, and it was like a shocker, a big one, serious one. Well, we know presidency reacted that they were not behind all of that, and that was from the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Adamu. It's possible that's what Tinubu is speaking about, but Tinubu really campaigned. He went around the country. He met with politicians, met with traditional rulers. The one that Nigerians are even reacting to, that most probably that was the one that helped him, was the one where he visited Abeokuta. If you remember that Abeokuta visit, when he just he let it all out, said that if not for him, President Muhammadu Buhari wouldn't have become president, that he has sacrificed a lot. Why are they not ready to support him? Nobody, but no one was even thinking in that direction. If they wanted to do consensus, maybe they would have looked at him, because Tinubu is known to be a kingmaker. When he made when he went to meet President Muhammadu Buhari to make his intentions known, he told Buhari that it's been his lifelong ambition to become the president, that he's been making kings. It's time for him. So that is a known fact. It's helped a lot of persons politically. We know he has a lot of loyalists. He has a lot of allies, those who are behind him. But despite all of that, no one was ready to put Tinubu's name forward as consensus. They were all in the race. Surprisingly and interestingly, they were all in the race. And now that he's finally gotten the ticket, he's stating that there was serious gang up against him before the APC primary. So it's possible that he wouldn't have gotten it. But he said when he felt very down, when he wanted to give up, that he resorted to prayers. It was prayers he used to get the ticket. Well, getting the ticket is not the end of it. We know that the game has just been set now. The race has just been set, and 2023, the candidates are already known. Atiku Abubakar is representing the People's Democratic Party, and for LP, we have P2B. For NNPP, Kwankwaso is there, although they are talking about merger between those two parties. But we know that the two major political parties in the country is the All Progressive Congress, APC, and PDP. For Tinubu, now that he's talking about gang up, that was just for the primaries. We know days leading to elections, a lot of propagandas, claims and counter claims. We hear all sorts, also the marketing and all of that, and people even jumping ship, moving camps, and doing all sorts. Getting the ticket alone is not the end of the race. I believe he's aware of that. Maybe that's why he's releasing this statement that there was a gang up against him before the primaries. Before the main election itself, I believe he knows what is to follow. For Tinubu himself, Nigerians have got reservations for him. Some Nigerians looking at his age, some persons are looking at it from the angle of his age, some his health and everything. But Tinubu, the kind of landslide, the distance he gave the other candidates was really, really surprising. Surprising, that was what was told VP Osibanjo, that this race you want to get into, you are not a politician. It's bullion van versus bullion van that speaks. And we heard how delegates, how they collected different things. Although APC's campaign team, they've denied all of that there was nothing of such. But we know that the sort of politics in Nigeria is really a dirty game. Even the Senate, they were now kicking that, what, this sort of primary that was chosen for delegates to elect the candidate, that they don't think that this one is right, that the delegates were collecting money. The Senate talked about it. Ahmed Lawan spoke about it, even Femi Gbajabiamila, and they were talking about the need to revisit the Electoral Act, that some amendments needs to be done. If not, this will be a threat to the democracy of Nigeria. Tinubu has emerged. He knows the battle that is before him. He's hoping that he will emerge the president. He's made a lot of promises, what he will do for the country if he eventually becomes the president of the country. He's finally picked his running mate, Kabiru Masari. Masari is a former National Welfare Secretary of the APC during the era of the Comrade Adams Oshomole-led National Working Committee. And we know that Adams Oshomole and Tinubu, they are very good friends. They are very good friends. Anyways, we'll see how all of this plays out. But some persons, we know, we had another report who said that this nomination was just made to meet the deadline, to meet INEC's deadline for political parties to submit names of their running mates. I don't know if INEC will allow that change, but this was the name they put forward. And the report was that pending the conclusion, probably some members within the party are still not okay with this name, but this name has just been put forward for as running mates. Other parties have got their running mates. Well, Tinubu, I'm sure he's very aware of the race that he's about to get into, knowing fully well now that he's talking about gang up against him. All of the candidates, all of the presidential candidates that lost out, they've been speaking. Even Tinubu himself wrote a letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, thanking Buhari, and also talking about how the party members supported him, how they all work together. At the moment, no one has rejected the results of the primaries. No one is contesting it. So it looks like they are all happy with Tinubu representing the party. Well, I don't know if other APC members will see this as a gang up, or they have this impression as well that there was a gang up against Tinubu, because this is what Tinubu has just revealed, that there was a gang up against him. Well, leave us your take, guys. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Until I come your way again with more updates. Bye.